how is the challenge that Western Illinois poses different from what Missouri State brought to town?
Oh, I don't know, a bunch different, Jim. I think they're a physical team. They're going to run the ball downhill. They're lining up with the fullback and tight ends. And true Western Illinois, tough, physical, thick, big, knock you off the ball, play action, pass you. That's what you see. Hasn't changed any defensively. They still are in a different kind of a bear-looking front swarm defense a little bit, so that creates a little bit of an issue. But you see a physical, thick, football team. We've got some tremendous wideouts. Not play against us a year ago that are back. I don't know if I'll pronounce his name right, but Sonatus, where's number one, tremendous guy. They've gone a little bit more away from the two tight end passing down thing to a little bit more three wideouts. They take their tight end out, which is really not what they've done in the past. They've always felt like that guy was a huge guy. They've got wide receivers now that are tremendously, they're fast and really they can stretch the field. So I think that's the added thing when you look at it. They're running it like they always do. Now the next series, the next down, there's three wide receivers that can stretch the field, run fast, and they can get out and catch it.
With Don stepping down, they haven't changed much at all then, John?
No, just from the game a week ago, I don't see, I think those guys probably were working hand in hand with what they were doing. I don't see from the offensive side, I think Mark was calling, working with the offense, and I'm sure Don was calling plays, but very similar. They're running the football. They're Western Illinois. They're going to physically try to beat you up and then play action pass you and lure you out with the deep ball and play action pass.
Are these group of receivers perhaps some of the best in the league?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think so.
What about defensively? What do they do defensively?
They played it's kind of an off 30, off bear looking, it's the old desert swarm, a form of that. So there's nothing Wilson, Frazier, the linebackers, making a ton of tackles, and Stoudemire's back again. It seems like he's been there forever. So those guys they're still doing the same thing, pressuring you and heavy on the run.
Coach, after the game, I think it was Mike who put it pretty well, said that you're never really behind in this conference, never really ahead, because any team can beat the other team on any given day. Is that something you stress to your guys, that the goals are still attainable and that not all is lost, even though it was once lost?
Yeah, and that's what you say, and that's what you tell them at the beginning. In all fairness, Mike's right, and that's what we say here all the time. You can't go in this league. You can't listen or look at or anything other than the next game, and you better play well, or you won't win. If you play well, you have a chance. And I don't care who beat who when, who won last, who whatever. Those are the things that, it's gotten to the point now where every single Saturday you've got to play to win. And you've got to prepare in your process to do that, to have a chance. That's just to have a chance. Then there's going to be 5 or 6 plays somebody's going to make. But no, I think it's very evident. I think anything at this point can happen because it's so early in the season, and you're dealing with bodies, and you just don't know what's going to happen. So you've got to do the best you can to give yourself a chance to have success on Saturday, wherever you're playing at or whomever you're playing, especially in our league, because it's crazy, but it's a reality. What happened 5 years or 10? It doesn't make any difference. Not now. And that's true everywhere. You just turn on Saturday evening, you can turn on the news on Saturday nights and watch the sports. The scores are crazy.
Is that one of the good things about the conference? It's one of the bad things, but it's one of the good things.
Sure, absolutely. There's always life. And again, it's early. Anything that we still want to do is still there. Mm-hmm. And maybe, again, whether you win this week, and again, if you win, the same thing can happen. If you don't get ready to win this week, you got no chance. So you just have to play the best you can, prepare every week, and play the best you can on Saturdays to give yourself a chance. Just have a chance. And then, somebody's going to make a play or a catch or an interception or something, and keep playing, and that'll determine the game.
John, is that maybe what you just need a spark? Is that fair to say?
Well, yeah, and I think we had some sparks. You need to do something with sparks. need the spark, you got to start a fire. And that one, the spark doesn't do anything unless the fire starts. And that's where I think even the other day, I mean, we had some sparks. And that's why, again, when you talk about being flat or coming out, there's some things, again, shoot, the third, whatever. I mean, you can't be any happier. And then something bad happens, or a crazy play happens. So, or driving 17 plays. What a spark! Then you need the fire, and that's what we needed the other day, and just didn't get it. We had some sparks. So I think those are things. Lenny's interception is a huge spark before it happened. Then come out and you're going to get the ball, but then there's no fire. So I think there was a lot of sparks in the game if you sit and watch it and evaluate it as I do. But you've got to have something that's got to happen. You got to take care of the ball, and you got to do those things. And again, the turnover margin becomes critical. I've said it all along. It doesn't change. You could 100 plays. I mean, you have to win the turnover margin again to have a chance, or at least be tied to have a chance, in my opinion, to win, to have success. And again, as you went into that game, we were winning. We were the number one team in turnover margin going into that game. And now, because of one game, we're third or fourth. And so you just got to rally up and go. And again, I think at some point in time, plays determine whether it was even at Indiana State late in the game, something happened, and all of a sudden it's a full-fledged fire going on. So I think it's just something, you have to do something with opportunities, and we were not able to the other night. We just didn't.
Coach, do you talk to Brandon? I mean, is that just, he was just trying to make plays, so he stays aggressive and continues to try to make plays, but just not trying to do
I try not to, it's just, again, like I said with the running backs, it's just like when we have turnovers or turnover margin. I haven't said anything to him about being great in the turnovers. I won't say anything to him about being bad in turnovers. I just know in my own mind we were having some success because we were leading our conference in turnover. So I know why we were at that point where we were at and why we were winning games late in the fourth quarter, because I knew that's what you have to do to win. I also know coming out of that game that if we turn the ball over that many times, you're not going to have much success. So, but I didn't go running around and say, hey, you guys are doing a great job at the turnover. No, that's part of the game. And I'm not going to make any less of it or any light of it one way or the other. I know, and our team knows, that we have to take care of the football, hand the ball to the official to have a chance to have success. And when we do that and we get some turnovers, then we got a chance to win, regardless of what happened on this down or that down or whatever. But if you win that turnover margin, you're going to have success most of the time. So, again, you have to be careful because, again, I don't want everybody panicked about it. I want him to throw the strike. If David's open, I want him throwing the strike. I don't want him holding the ball thinking, I don't know if I should throw it or not. If he thinks he's open, we got to throw the ball. That's what he's been doing. And same thing with running the football. We didn't put the ball on the ground very much. And we did. Critical situation. So, we just continue to work like we always do. Do our strings and do our strip drills and our interception drills and do the things that we did to prepare to win just like we have every other game. I don't think you try to blow it up one way or the other when you're having success or you're not.